Hey, what's up YouTube? What's going on? My name is Austin Dowdy and today we're gonna check out my Bote Rover. Let's get it. So first thing about the Bote Rover, let's knock out a couple things. For clarification, it's not a boat and yet it's not a stand-up paddleboard either. It's pretty much a micro skiff due to the fact that it has walls. Small 3 or 4.5 inch walls makes it all the difference, therefore making it a micro skiff. All right, so you're gonna see that it's about 14 feet long and she is beautiful. They come in multiple colors. I got mine in classic with the wood grain. It's about 48 inches wide and she's pretty sturdy with 2 people on it. Granted that, you know, you'll have to let people know when you're moving because we have fallen off of it before. Yeah, so you have some elastics right here to hold your gear, any tackle or any overnight staying, tents, whatnot. It's good to go. I've seen these things packed up like 2 feet with gear, so they're pretty buoyant. The max weight is about 500 pounds. That's just base weight. It's not including the attachments, the motors, the gear, all that stuff. It's recommended 1 person, but we pushed 2 and we were fine. What we do to operate it, or to what motor we use for that, is a 6 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke. All right, it gets it about up to 15 miles an hour. And it works pretty fine. I'm still braking her in. Yeah, it did a 9.8, 10 horsepower on it, and she took on a lot of water while reversing, even in idle. So it's a 6 horsepower, reversing and going forward, it's fine. We don't take on any water. Speaking of which, on that is a self-draining board. So any water that you do take on as soon as you go forward or let off the throttle and you're in neutral, the board will start to drain the water out from the back due to its plane. I have a micro anchor right here by Power Pole, an 8-foot long stick, and it is powered by this 10 amp hour battery right here. It lasts me all day. I haven't ran out of battery yet, and it plugs in via these cords here. You got a positive, your negative, you got your fuse right here, obviously, and you have your male connection here into your female here. So I run the wire from here all the way through here to the battery. As far as fuel, my 6 horsepower does have a tank which holds about 1 liter or so of gas, which isn't a lot. So I have these additional 2-liter cans. I'm gonna get another 5-liter or 5-gallon tank, which is going to be about right here. It comes with the paddle, as you can see, and the vertebrae system, which are these pegs right here. Is this thing even on? Is this thing working? All right, cool. Just making sure it's working. All right, yeah. So also you got your little grab stand right here, and fire extinguisher. You have to have that if you have a motorized boat in the state of Florida. And I have my life vest here. This is a cooler. All right, this is a really good cooler. This is thick. This will keep your drinks cold. I've had ice in there for a month before. Any beers, soda, or pop, if you want to call it, waters. You can even make a live well out of it if you want to wash it out afterwards. It's nice. It's got a little cushion up here. It's a really good seat for my co-pilot or my co-captain, my passenger. I always put on here, my buddy. It's a sturdy little setup over here. You know, it can draft about 6 inches of water with the prop down, with the motor running, not high speed, but you know, going idle speed 1-2 miles an hour. It can get about 6 inches of water. When you have the prop up, the motor up, you get about 3 inches. So you can get in some pretty skinny places and find some pretty good winter bass fishing if you want to get in them really shallow areas. This is a custom-made trailer. Just got a trailer from Harbor Freight, the frame down there, and then we bought some aluminum, put the kickstand on it with the tongue on it, and welded on that prop there, and also bolted it down. I have a little V down here, and it's tied down by these straps right here, which work pretty well. It doesn't bounce around or dent or anything like that. I also have it tied down in the back here in front of the frame in case it decides to slide forward. It can be caught. If it wants to slide back, it's caught by the rope tied down over there and the two straps that secure the front. I recently put these on here because I realized that when I was floating it out and trying to bring it back in, it tended to want to kind of like sway left or right, and it was in danger of possibly falling off, especially if I'm by myself. I don't have anyone to exactly guide it on as it's moving up. So I threw on these right here. A couple bolts, simple installation. A little awkward to put on with one person, but I made it work. They have little rollers on here so that there's not exactly any friction while going on and off of this, and it was a perfect fit. If you look there, it's about a little, maybe 1/4 inch gap right in there. But yeah, this Rover is made by Bote, B-O-T-E, O with a line over it, as in long ways. And it's made in the gator shell, it is not the fiberglass, all right? When I was trying to buy this originally, they didn't have it in any other scheme or colors other than classic. Now they got bug slinger, now they got orange and blue color. They got some sort of like digital pattern now that's kind of like a neutral color with like an olive drab. They got quite a few options now. Back when I was buying it, there wasn't really anything that was in stock, so I settled for this one. The whole thing ran me about, let's say about $6,500. It was about $5,000 for this boat here with the attachments, which included the cooler, the rack, the cooler rack with the rod holders, the grab rack, paddleboard, vertebrae, outboard, motor mount, and the micro pole. My little flag right here, which is a 1/4 20, so I can put it on top of that right there if I want to, if I'm in high grass. But yeah, the whole thing ran me about $6,000. The motor actually ran me $1,600 because I bought it brand new, and it's actually still being broken in right now. The trailer, I don't know, 150, 200 bucks maybe, and then we bought some aluminum and had some extra nuts and bolts, and we made this thing, got a title for it. So trailer was the cheap end of it. But yeah, guys, this is my loadout if I want to go doing some calm fishing, freshwater. I don't bring this out in the ocean yet. I don't have the gear, and it gets pretty windy down here in Florida, and I don't exactly want to test that out yet. If I do, I'm probably going to bring it out in the flats and like Mosquito Lagoon or something like that, or maybe Everglades City, and see if I can get some red drum or some grunt or something like that. All right. All around here, you have little attachments you can use. You can either get these tie-down attachments on here that are held down with a tiny Allen screws. These attachments on the side are all 1/4 20, and I have them kind of covered right now so the thread doesn't get all messed up. This is all stainless steel but stuff, by the way, so don't worry about if you bring it out in salt water. It's not really going to rust out too much on you. Be warned, if you have not brought an outboard motor such as that out on salt water, you're going to make sure you want to run fresh water through it when you're finished, unless the motor's made for, you know, salt water. Other than that, just run it some water, cycle it through, and you should be fine. But it's held up pretty well. I've been basically thrown off canals and stuff with big boats passing by me and whatnot, and I've hit the sides of rock walls, jetty type rocks and stuff, and I haven't gotten any dings on it. Not too many dings, there's a little bit. I'll show you a ding right here, but other than that, it's fine. It's not really cracking through or anything. There's a couple gashes, but there's no compromise to the hull or anything like that to the front. She's a beauty though. I mean, rides smooth, gets up on plane really quick. You're gonna realize throughout your whole time using it, it's made to have the nose up in the air. You're gonna have like a 5 or 6 degree plane when you're going at full speed, because that's how it maneuvers so much. It basically cuts through the water with the front up in the air. So that's basically it. I just got a new audio mic and all this other stuff, so a new setup, so I'm trying to give you guys a little bit better of a video experience. I plan on taking these out taking this boat out here, be a couple days worth of fishing, getting some videos in, getting some other camera angles, and give you guys something to at least watch, talk about, and to actually give you the news on what's going on exactly with this Rover, because there isn't many videos on it. There's a Thresher Fisherman, I think that's his name, sorry if I'm bashing him, he's on YouTube, he does saltwater stuff, great dude, from what I can see on his videos. There's RX Angler, he did a review on this boat as well, and you can check that out too in the link below. I'm just gonna give him a shout out so you can look that up as well. Also, I put this on a trailer because it is convenient for me to take on and off of the trailer. All right, you can put it in the bed of the truck right here, but you're gonna have to be careful and make sure you tie it down properly, or else it'll fall out. You also don't want it dropping on the ground. It's just a hassle getting it in the water with the motor and then taking the wheels off, or even before, if you're trying to take the wheels off before it's in the water, you're gonna end up, unless it's on sand, you're gonna end up scratching up the bottom, and it's not practical for my application. It's kind of just sitting in my garage right now. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick walk around once again of this, and if you like this video, subscribe, comment, like. Primarily gonna be looking for largemouth bass. All right, can't go wrong there. All right, guys, it's a beautiful setup right there, look at that. Once again, my name is Austin Dowdy. Come follow me on my fishing trips. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys later. Bye.